It's a new era of Bella Vista basketball, and that new era starts with the head coach. Stuart Cussler takes over the reins following the retirement of David Gonzalez, who stepped down after 24 years as the head man of the Broncos boys basketball season or team, that happening at the conclusion of last season. Cussler inherits a team that returns 8 players from last year, but gone are the 2 leading scorers, Damian Rickett and Mikey Simonian. But if Wednesday night's Foundation exhibition game and matchup against Cosumnes Oaks is any indication, one returner and a first-time varsity player appear ready, willing, and able to take on that scoring role, and there may be others also that also jump in for that. And of course, as we say, that's not to say others won't jump in. There will be plenty of opportunities this season, but junior Trevor Iwamasa and senior Marka Trotzik went for 19 and 18 points respectively, and both got hot from three-point range, especially in the second half. This afternoon, Bella Vista welcomes Western Sierra Collegiate Academy of Rockland to town for a Saturday afternoon showdown here at Bella Vista High School. The Wolves return their 2 leading scorers from last season, John Harb, who put up nearly 15 points per game as a freshman, and senior Daniel Vovic, who averaged 13 points per game. Western Sierra returned 7 players from last year, but only 3 are seniors. They've got a lot of depth and a lot of players that aren't graduating this year, so they are going to be stacked for years to come. The Wolves were 23-3 last year, went undefeated in Sacramento Metropolitan Athletic League play, 12-0 before losing in the second round of the Sac Joaquin section playoffs. It's a veteran team in Western Sierra taking on Bella Vista this afternoon. It's live and it's next right here on BV Live Sports. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm George Tharolson, and I would like to introduce you to Quincy Douglas, who is going to be joining us for the broadcast today and some of our broadcasts during this season. Quincy, great to have you along. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. I hear this is a great kickoff from the basketball Bella Vista team. They're doing very well so far, so I'm excited to be here and see what this varsity team can do.
Now, Bella Vista, they did play a game. It doesn't count in the standings. They lost to Cosumnes Oaks the other night, but the outcome and the score is not what was important. One of the things that Coach Cussler was very impressed with was certainly the play of Iwamasa and Trotzik that we talked about, but also the way his team hustled. And he wants to play an aggressive brand of basketball, and so he was very impressed with that. And it's kind of neat. They have the foundation games, which help to raise money, but it's also a great opportunity for the players to get on the floor and get some of that experience and get some of those season opening jitters out of the way before the games actually count.
Absolutely, George. I think it's a great way to showcase what they can do and kind of a snapshot of how they're going to look moving on into the season.
So the names to listen for Bella Vista, they talked about 2 key seniors graduating last year, but we will also remember some names from last year, and one of those is Marka Trotzik. Some names from last year, and one of those is Marka Trotzik, who put up 18 points the other night. Maxwell Pruker, he had 4 points the other night. Maxwell Pruker, he had 4 points the other night, and he's a returning starter for this team. 5.5 points per game and about 2.5 rebounds. So a pretty solid performance last year for Maxwell Pruker. Marcus Murch, one of the reserves, one of the big guys off the bench, 6'5" senior. He averaged 2 points and 3 rebounds a game. So that's going to be very important for them, hopefully getting those rebounds for Bella Vista. Zach O'Neill's another one coming off the bench. That you look at that size, Murch at 6'5", O'Neill 6'4". They need those guys to get the rebounds.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be imperative for them to really work on their rebounding skills. I know that's something that coach is looking for. So getting those guys the ball down deep early in the game, that's going to be a huge factor for them.
Also returning this year is 6'2" junior Jonah Wooden. He missed the last few weeks of the season last year with a broken fibula, but he's back and ready to go. He played the other night, 5 points against Cosumnes Oaks. He averaged about 6 points per game and almost 3 rebounds a game. Had just cracked the starting lineup as a sophomore a couple of games prior to going down with that injury, and it was just heartbreaking for him.
How great is it going to be to see him hop out here and do his thing. I'm actually really excited to see him play.
A couple of names coming up from the JV squad. Cale Bird was the leading scorer on the JV team last year, averaging 12.3 points per game. He's one of the starters, 6'4" junior, as a matter of fact. So we will look forward to seeing him play. He had 6 points the other night. We talked about Trevor Iwamasa in the opening opening comments. 19 points, and it was his birthday.
Oh, so that's fantastic. Happy birthday to him. That's awesome.
19 points and just got hot from three-point range. Hopefully we'll see if that can happen again. That would be really awesome if that all works out for him. Names on the Western Sierra Collegiate Academy team. They've got 11 players, most of whom played for the team last year. The leading scorer from the squad last year, John Harb, he is just a sophomore, so he led the team as a freshman last year, averaging nearly 15 points per game, and he had 18 the other night in their foundation game against Forest Hill, and it was a dominant win for Western Sierra in that game. Daniel Vovic is their second leading scorer. He had 8 points the other night, 13 points per game last year. So we'll look to see them as we got the starting lineups from Coach Andre Jones earlier earlier this afternoon, I should say. It was interesting to see that Vovic was actually not in the starting lineup.
Interesting.
But Mokam Singh is. He averaged 6 points per game last year, had 16 the other night.
Oh, wow. So it sounds like it sounds like those three players, Daniel and I believe it was John, those are going to be the driving force for Western Sierra. Those are the two guys that they're really going to look to lead their team, while some of these younger players come up. So
looking at their roster, they have 4 seniors on the squad, and the rest of them are juniors and a couple of sophomores. And again, John Harb being one of them, led the team in scoring last year. So one of the things that Coach Jones was saying, he's got a good group and a good group for years to come.
Yes, they're going to be a force for the next few years. So it's I think this will be a good test for the Broncos to see how they handle this type of talent.
So the Western Sierra Collegiate Academy Wolves, as we mentioned, they are from Rockland. They are a Division V team. They lost in the second round of the Sac Joaquin playoffs to Futures of Sacramento, 51-44 last year, to end their season. One of the things that Coach Jones was talking about is you just need to get over that playoff hump. It seems that it's like they lose maybe around that same time. They're just that close. And he says that they wind up losing. They're close games, maybe teams that they feel they should beat. And you know, they just haven't been able to get over that hump and into the semifinal game. He hopes that changes. You can hear the Western Sierra team jumping up and down, and we are going to soon check in with our colleague here at BV Live Sports, who is also going to be handling the starting lineups. That's Carson Allen, and he will be taking care of that here in just a few moments, and then we will get get everything underway. In fact, they have some music that they want to play first, so. And this is a new sound system here at Bella Vista. It's a very nice sound system, and you can just kind of connect by a Bluetooth. And so that's what Athletic Director Becky Stewart is doing right now, trying to see if she can get that rolling, and then we will have the music going on, and we will have the introduction of the starting lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, could we please remove all hats and gowns for our national anthem?
So we are having some technical problems here as we try to get this.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna go first. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your first home game for Bella Vista Broncos. I'm going to be announcing the starting lineups tonight. First, we'll start with the Western Sierra Collegiate Academy Wolves. Number 2, Mohammed Singh. Number 3, Andrew Calloway. Number 12, John Harb. Number 10, Franco Omega. And number 24, Max Heisey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get loud for your Bella Vista Broncos! We have number 2, Maxwell Bruker. Next, number 4, Mark Atrasic. Number 5, Mitchell Emery. Number 10, Cale Bird. And finally, number 12, Trevor Iwumasa. Head coaches are Stuart Cussler and Andre Jones. Your officials tonight are James Fries and Michael Merrill.
All right, thank you, Carson. Let's play some basketball here at Bella Vista High School. It's time to get this season underway. Some more announcements being made.
Objectives of educational-based athletics are what set this event apart from other levels of competition. Your cooperation and support of the values promoted by these schools and exemplify the students, athletes, is appreciated. The CIF playoffs are conducted under the strictest codes of good sportsmanship, profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions, especially concerning race, gender, ethnicity, directed at athletes, officials, or other spectators, will not be allowed in this facility. The game officials are neutral people who respect the CIF and who have been selected because of their cooperative and creative, safe, inclusive, positive game environmental for today's contest. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get loud for your Bella Vista Broncos and your Western Collegiate Sierra Academy players. Let's have a good game tonight.
And we are ready to get this one underway. For the Broncos, Heisey will jump it up for Western Sierra. Cale Bird for Bella Vista, and the Broncos control, and Maxwell Bruker forgot which way he was going and wound up dragging the pivot foot. Bella Vista is moving from right to left as we watch it here on BV Live Sports.
Yeah, just a little bit of misdirection there. A little bit of nerves. They'll get back with it.
The first possession of the game, that's Heisey out top. Mokum Singh, we talked about it. He drives to the baseline. I see the rebound. The putback does not go, and he draws the foul. And that'll be on Cale Bird, so that's his first. And the first team foul. Again, if you're not familiar with the rule change that went into effect last year, 5 team fouls per quarter, and the 5th one puts you in the bonus for 2 free throws. There's no more 1-and-1. Icy will have his second free throw here, looking to dent the scoreboard for the first time. And the early lead goes to Western Sierra. The Wolves of Western Sierra Collegiate Academy. It's Emery. Emery, he'll take it to the rack. That one comes up and off.
Nice drive, but they're going to really want to focus on boxing out. He's a big guy. They're going to want to keep him out of the way.
Driving to the baseline is Franco Omega. Now this is Singh. They'll work the perimeter left side. Looking for a pick from the outside for Heisey. Now they try on the pick and roll to dump it into him. That one is too far. And a turnover for Western Sierra. The Broncos will take possession.
A little bit of drive there. Wasn't able to make the catch there on the perimeter. But the offense is definitely coming out aggressive for Western Sierra.
Iwamasa is number 12 that had the big night the other night. Underneath, drawing the foul, taking the ball to the basket. Looks like that's Mitchell Emery who draws the foul. And he'll get a couple of free throws here.
Great catch underneath by Emery and trying to get it up on the boards.
And Emery's on the board for the Broncos. And the Broncos get their first lead of the season. Again, the game the other night was an overplay in backcourt near steal. Western Sierra will keep possession.
Emery, fantastic steal. He's got long arms. That was a great play. See if they can keep this defense up.
So the games on Wednesday did not count towards the standings. Those were exhibition games. Here's a jumper that comes up short. Heisey the rebound underneath. He's got all 3 points so far for Western Sierra.
He is such a strong player on the inside. Bella Vista is going to have to do a better job of blocking him out.
Atrotzik, Iwamasa. A couple of days removed from his birthday. That's Cale Bird on the outside. Iwamasa thought about it. Inside, there's Emery. Bird the rebound underneath. Bird! Oh! The putback there from Pruker does not go either. That one goes out of bounds. It will stay with Bella Vista.
That is a fantastic sign that you see so many offensive rebounds coming for Bella Vista. If they can keep that up, they've got a real shot at this game.
Broncos to inbound. Iwamasa will bring it to the top of the key, and he's running the point right now. There's Pruker. Pruker thought about it. He'll take it to the baseline. Tries to get around Heisey. And it looks like they're going to get Heisey on the foul here. That'll be the first on Heisey. Second team foul on Western Sierra. Trotzik picks it up. John Harb is the one picking up the guarding assignment on him. Out of a 2-3 zone. 3-pointer from Trotzik. Bird underneath puts it back up and in.
Bird, great rebound, but I want to point out the ball movement to Bella Vista around the court, around the perimeter. They're doing a fantastic job with ball movement. Great play.
And look at that pressure defense from Bella Vista. They're going to try and do that all night. Open from the right side. That comes off no good. Hustling Bella Vista, aggressive and to the ball. Pruker is the one that made that happen. He brings it all the way in. Spin move to the lane. That dances off. Bird flying in to get the rebound. Pun kind of intended.
Bird almost had that one.
But he literally did fly in to almost get that rebound. So
living up to his name. And I love how aggressive this Bella Vista, their offensive rebounds are off the chart right now.
Broncos work it to the right side. Iwamasa, this is Trotzik on the outside. Trotzik's shot comes off. Rebound off the hand of Singh. Trotzik into the corner, Iwamasa. Closed off there, picks up the dribble, looking for some help. He gets it. They bring it back out to the top. Under 5 minutes to go. Emery, the turnaround. Bird around the boards all the time.
He is just all over the place, rebounding left and right. I'm really happy with Bella Vista's decision making right now. They're doing a really good job.
In the corner, left side. That's Harb from way downtown. He nailed that one from Placer County.
Harb did a great job. He saw the space that he needed, and he took the shot, and he nailed it. Well done.
And right after that three-point shot, a timeout is called here. A little break in the action as the Broncos find themselves down by 2 early on. That big three-point shot by John Harb, but very impressed with the Broncos. One of the things that Coach Cussler was saying that he wanted to make sure is that the team is aggressive. He wants them to pressure practically the whole game. His strategy is that he wants to go deep into the bench. Short shifts, run, play as hard as he can. Then the next group will come in, you'll get a breather, and then you'll be back out there before you know it.
Yeah, it's quick offense. You know, it's making these guys run hard. And so far, they are proving to live up to the challenge.
So Bella Vista now takes possession after the made basket. Western Sierra putting up a bit of a press. And they fall into their 2-3 zone. Trotzik to the right. There's Kruker. Kruker looking to drive. Closed off on the baseline, double team. Shot comes up a little short. Then Emery's rebound. Back in, Zach O'Neal into the game for the first time, and he puts it up and in.
Clean up the boards. That's what O'Neal does.
Almost 3.5 rebounds per game last year for Zach O'Neal. In the corner, three-point shot on the way. Comes out. Sing the rebound. Double teamed. His shot may have been deflected. Another rebound for O'Neal. That's 2 quick ones just into the game for Zach O'Neal. Lots of energy in the building here, especially for a Saturday afternoon heading into Thanksgiving week. There's a jumper from the outside for Bella Vista. Zach O'Neal once again.
O'Neal is providing immediate energy into this team coming off the bench.
Broncos by 2. In the corner, three-point shot. Bingo.
So Western Sierra loves to take those three-pointers. Bella Vista is going to look to close them out there on the perimeter a little bit more.
Dillon is the one that can that three-pointer. Singh with the steal. He drives in for an easy layup.
Great steal by Singh.
So 2 quick points, four quick points, I should say, 2 quick baskets. And it's a 3-point lead now for Western Sierra. There's a Trotzik. Iwamasa has his shot blocked, but they're going to say contact as well. Daniel Vovic into the game, and he is going to get called for his first personal tonight.
It looks like he did have some contact on that. I do think that was the right call by the referees.
3rd team foul, but it's a shooting foul. Iwamasa. Oof. Those are the worst. You think it's going to come down.
3 quarters in and then pops out on you.
Also for the rebound, Iwamasa gets his own rebound. So Bella Vista, there's Zach O'Neal once again. O'Neal with the hot hand off the bench. 6 quick points here in the first quarter with about 2.5 to go.
Coach Cussler is going to ride him as long as he can before he needs to give him a breather.
There's Dillon again from the outside. That's a long shot that the Broncos are going to control. So Trotzik will bring it up. Iwamasa at the top of the key. High post it goes to Emery. Back over to the right side. Jonah Wooden seeing his first action. They lose it. Reaching in is Emery, and he is going to secure possession for Bella Vista on the possession arrow.
Well done, not giving up on that play.
Oh, you know what? It's pointing Bella Vista's way, but that's right. They won the jump, and then they turned it over right away on the jump. So this is going actually to Western Sierra.
Yeah, I still like the fight that he put into that.
Got Singh out front, and Iwamasa picks him up. Gets a screen from Dillon, the moving screen, and the foul will be called.
That was great defense by Iwamaka. He did a great job of staying in place, and it's going to be Bella Vista's ball. Well done.
First personal on Dillon. 4th team foul, so it's going to be 2 shots the rest of the quarter on common fouls. It is so good to see Jonah Wooden back for Bella Vista after that injury last year, right as he was really coming along. Atrotzik. This is Iwamasa. New into the game, Sam Esfurley, number 0 for Western Sierra. Ball is out of bounds and is going to stay with Bella Vista.
Their decision-making so far here in this first quarter has been really good. Bella Vista's taking their time, they're moving the ball well, and they're rebounding it.
So we got a foul called, and I think it's Singh gets called for the foul. His first 15th foul, so Atrotzik at the line. Early on, Bella Vista struggling a little bit at the line. Unfortunately, this was an issue last year too. And the Broncos are going to retain possession here. As Western Sierra, Kobe Aban into the game was there but just couldn't secure the ball. And now he's putting up the jumping jack defense. Here's a Atrotzik, drives in for a double team, loses the ball, Vovic controls. Aban looking to drive all the way in, and he draws the foul on Zach O'Neill.
Fantastic finish. He took it all the way up and right into the teeth of the defense there. Did a great job.
So for O'Neill, that's his first. 2nd team foul for Bella Vista. Kobe Aban. Basket and 1. Aban, he didn't play last year, but averaged 4 points per game 2 years ago, playing for the varsity as a sophomore.
Aban plays with a lot of energy, and I'm interested to see how Bella Vista matches that. He's definitely one of those players that you want to watch out for.
Iwamasa across midcourt. That's Wooden. Rucker into the game. Cade Rucker, another one of those guys that they'll count on for solid rebounding strength. There's Pruker into the lane. Pruker kind of off balance with the runner. Great hustle by Wooden. Pruker once again closed off. Shot clock is running down. O'Neill for 3. He had to take it. Great job on the part of the Broncos to count that one down on the shot clock.
Yeah, I love how they are just trying to let the offense come to them. They're not forcing anything. They're doing a good job.
4-point lead for the Wolves. They may be content. Well, they won't be able to quite run it out. Here's Singh. They're taking their time now down to the baseline. The ball goes out of bounds, deflected away. Looks like Iwamasa may have gotten his hand on it.
He definitely did. Came from around the corner, so to speak, not poking that ball out.
Force the inbound now. There's Aban on Pruker, gets around Pruker. That comes off. Aban gets his own rebound. And I think we're going to get a foul called here on Pruker. That's the first on Maxwell Pruker. Played football this year too. Was a wide receiver, played some defense.
He's an all-around great athlete. I remember watching him on the football field a couple times. He's quite the player.
Bond gets 1 of 2, and the Broncos will now have a chance maybe for the final shot here. Here's Iwamasa. It could be his opportunity. Pass deflected. Broncos get it. Pruker. We're going to get a travel call. There is a collision between a couple of Broncos as Pruker got the ball with 2.5 seconds to go. Western Sierra is going to get a chance.
Broncos just missed their opportunity there.
And Western Sierra took a little too long. So that brings us to the end of the first quarter, and the Broncos find themselves down by 5, but a very entertaining and action-packed first quarter.
I think they did a fantastic job. If this is a sample size of what's to come for the rest of this game and for the rest of the season, a lot of energy. It's good to see some of the seniors and juniors really working hard, rebounding fantastic. O'Neal comes in, provides that spark that they need. This was a good first quarter for the Broncos.
O'Neal leads all scorers so far with 6 points, 2 each on the Bella Vista side for Mitchell Emery and Cale Bird. And then for Western Sierra, leading the way, 4 points, Kobe Aban, with coming in late in that first quarter. 3 points each for Max Heisey, Yashvir Dillon, and John Harb. 2 points for Mokum Singh. Balanced scoring for Western Sierra. Certainly that's something that they hope to see with Bella Vista last year, or this year. Last year was pretty much Damian Rickett, Mikey Simonian, and then, Pruker and Trotzik and others would have breakout games at times, but they really had hoped to try to take the pressure off. If they can get the balanced scoring here, this could be really fun run for Bella Vista.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to try to get some of the other players involved, getting some other points and support from other players.
Broncos to open the quarter with possession. Here's Jonah Wooden. Rucker's open. He'll take a 3. Kruger the rebound. Kruger on a bond, tries to get around. They're going to draw the foul. No, they call it under the travel.
I love the offensive rebound. The miss, that's okay. Get that rebound and try to score.
Near steal by Bella Vista in backcourt. Near over and back by Western Sierra. It stepped on the line, but not over it. And we're going to get a travel at this end. That's Franco Omega into the game, the senior who averaged almost 5 points per game last year for Western Sierra.
Just took a couple too many steps there.
Austin Ruddy seeing his first action. Played a little bit the other night as well. Here's Wooden. Wooden into the corner, open 3. That swirls out, no good. Wooden flying in.
Fantastic half-court pass, wide open, but just wasn't able to sink it.
Broncos to inbound. Here's Emery. Emery backing in. They'll bring it back out. Wooden immediately double teamed. Wooden closed off, looking for the help. Emery drives in, collision, offensive foul.
Aban making his presence known down low for Western Sierra.
Couple of substitutions. Trotzik is back in along with Cale Bird. This ball on the ground. They get it into front court, and the Bella Vista aggressive defense is going to force another inbound for Western Sierra.
So far, that's what's kept them in the game. They are double teaming. They are playing hard press. They're doing well.
There's a turnaround jumper, comes off the glass. Ruddy the rebound. Trotzik will take it all the way to the baseline, closed off. Ball deflected away, stays with Bella Vista. 25 seconds on the shot clock.
Seems like he wanted to drive that and take it on his own, but decided not to, passed it out and got kicked out of bounds.
Broncos call a timeout here. That is their first. Each team has used a timeout here in the first half. No scoring yet, as we are just about a minute 15 into the second quarter. But again, the action is still there, and the energy again for a Saturday afternoon heading into Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
The energy is there. The Bella Vista, I know, I'm not sure if it works this way with all schools, but I know Bella Vista is off this coming week.
Yes.
The boys do have a basketball game on Tuesday right here, which we will have for you right here on BV Live Sports. That is a start. That is a 7:30 start. Next Tuesday night will be the last game before Thanksgiving. And then the following week after that, and there it is, Tuesday, November 26th, 2 days before Thanksgiving, Mira Loma comes calling against the Bella Vista Broncos. A couple of San Juan district schools ready to battle it out.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, George.
We will have it for you beginning with our Pregame at 7:15, and then the start of the contest at 7:30 on Tuesday night. Here's Jonah Wooden, and he gets mauled. He tried to go up against Daniel Vovic, and they say he was not in the act of shooting, so they call the foul on Vovic.
Vovic was practically laying on him.
That's 2 on Vovic, first team foul of the second quarter for Western Sierra. Trotzik to the outside. Here's Wooden. Now Trotzik once again at the top of the key. Ruddy's open. He'll take a 3. That dances off. Rebound right into the hands of Mitchell Emery, who puts it back up and in.
Emery grabs that rebound off the board, goes right back up, lays it in nice and soft.
Bella Vista loves that in-your-face type defense. There's Harb, closed off on the double team. That's going to go into backcourt, and the Broncos are just going to kind of usher that one out of bounds and take possession in front court.
Just on that play alone, George, it looks like there was about 2 or 3 moments where Bella Vista could have easily stolen the ball. Fantastic defense.
I think Coach Kussler is on to something with this high-energy, frequent substitutions.
Trying to keep the legs fresh.
Gale Bird, he'll launch a 3. That one teased him a little bit. Wooden the rebound. Broncos another possession. Trotzik finds an opening. He'll take it to the rack. Draws the foul.
Fantastic play. He faked out 2 and took the shot himself. Drew the foul. Great job.
Harb is going to get called for the foul. That is his first, second team foul. Trotzik will attempt his second. And he gets it. Trotzik, that's his first points of the game. Here's Harb. Harb closed off by a Trotzik, leans into a Trotzik and gets called for the offensive foul.
You see how he came in and you had 4 Broncos just surrounding him. He had nowhere to go. That's what caused him to take there's got to be proud of how the Broncos are playing right now.
2-point lead and a little bit of difficulty on the inbounds pass.
Sweaty hands will do that to you. You see him drying them off there.
This is a Bond. He drives in on Ruddy. There's the collision. They'll call the foul on Ruddy.
Ruddy, great job jumping up there, trying to block that ball. There was a little bit of contact.
2 shots for Aban. Both teams having trouble in this season opener finding that 3-point range, or free throw range, I should say.
Those tend to get better as the season goes on. Hopefully that is the case, especially for the Broncos. I can only imagine how many free throws both these teams are going to have to take during practice.
So Aban gets 1 of 2. He's got 5 for the night. And yes, I am aware that it's actually afternoon. Most of our games are at night. It's just so much easier to say night. So here's Emery. He'll take a 3. Long rebound. Ruddy controls. Broncos will reset the offense. Western Sierra will get right up in the face of the ball handler as well from their 2-3 zone. Here's Emery, sends it over to the right side of Trotzik. Plenty of time on the shot clock, it's at 15. Here's Iwamasa, double team. Emery, into the corner it goes. And now Emery will launch a 3! Oh, that one looked like that was gonna go.
Almost had that one. But one thing I will say is the Broncos just aren't shooting needless threes. They're taking calculated shots. They're thinking about it, and they're still moving the ball well.
And you know, if you've got guys that can make those shots, if they're not falling early, you got to let them keep shooting.
You got to let them keep shooting.
Find that range.
Exactly.
Find that rhythm. 3-point lead for Western Sierra. That's Vovic. To the baseline. Callaway driving in, has it taken away from behind. Here's a Trotzik. In the corner, Iwamasa. Singh tries to control it. Loose ball. He saves it. Heisey has it. Check that Omega.
What a block on the back there.
Here's Singh driving in on O'Neal. Finger roll does not go. Emery the rebound. O'Neal underneath. O'Neal step around move.
O'Neal is not afraid to get down in there and bang.
So O'Neal will go to the line. That's his first point here in the second quarter. And Mitchell Emery had been leading the way with 6 each. O'Neal is up to 7 now. Chance to cut the lead to 1. Free throws for Bella Vista. So O'Neal's up to 8.
O'Neal continues to be the hot hand for the Broncos.
And that'll be good for the Broncos if they get a different hot hand every night.
Yes.
Vovic. Marcus Murch into the game. He comes up with the rebound. Marcus Murch's claim to fame, it's not really a claim to fame. Only player on the floor right now that played soccer for me. So
that shows he's got versatility.
Yes.
And good athleticism.
Even at that level, when he was very young, I mean, we're talking U8.
Oh,
he
wow.
had a strong leg, and he was quick. That's Jonah Wooden's shot from the outside. Singh comes up with the rebound, and contact made. Foul on Bella Vista.
With the shot selection that Bella Vista is making, you know, this could just be a cold half from the arc. These shots, if they keep taking them, they're going to start falling.
In the corner. That's Omega. Nearly has his pocket picked by Jonah Wooden.
That was just off the tip of the foot, off Wooden. Omega trying to get around him, wasn't able to. Good defense.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout called by the Western Sierra Wolves. A low-scoring, 1-point affair with 2:44 to go here before halftime. So again, close, exciting, fun game.
Yeah, both teams really great on the defense for both teams. They're you could tell they're both focused on making sure they're rebounding the ball well, shot selection. Western Sierra is definitely doing a good job driving the ball, and maybe hitting the free throws just a little bit more than Bella Vista. But it's a very exciting first half so far, nonetheless.
So lots of energy while the game is going on. During the timeout, it's like a hush has come over the.
Very, very quiet.
Yeah, I know sometimes some folks will play music, but obviously we had some issues with the sound system, but they did get it all figured out.
Good,
so.
good. Music helps to get the crowd pumped in, get the crowd involved. But once again, these two teams are just, really, you look at the score and it is a close contest, and both are giving it their all.
And we don't have the rowdy rooters, I don't think, here, because they usually stand for the entire game. And
yeah.
Anytime a foul on the opposition, we hear how you can't do that. I know you heard that a lot during the football season, too.
Absolutely, we did.
In the corner, that's Dillon for 3. Iman Niyati into the game, seeing some early playing time for the Broncos. 6'7" senior.
I remember this young man from track and field. I believe he did the long jump. Fantastic jumper.
He drew a foul, so he is going to go to the free throw line. It's a limited action last year. Had 1 rebound, did not score in any of the games that he played. Got a chance to dent the scoreboard here to start his senior year. We'll pick up the substitutions for Western Sierra. Heisey is back in for 1. Next free throw. Emery the rebound. He'll try and muscle up another shot. Loose ball, and it's controlled by Heisey.
Heisey's back. He's going to get in and grab a lot of those rebounds.
And Heisey's right up there in height with the tall Broncos. They don't reference it on the roster, but he's probably right up there around 6'4" as well.
Fantastic steal.
Iwamasa. The Broncos defense comes up big once again. Iwamasa all the way in, scoop to the hoop, collision, he's on the ground.
Referees didn't call a foul on that one.
They're just saying out of bounds to Western Sierra.
Letting them play a little bit here.
Lots of contact. That's Kobe Aban once again. Wooden.
Singh almost batted that one in with 2 fingers.
Here's Jonah Wooden all the way in. He'll pull up from 17.
That was a fantastic in-transition shot by Wooden. Fantastic job.
And he looked so comfortable doing it.
Yes.
And a turnover. The Broncos are back up by 1 with 1.5 minutes to go before halftime. John Harb coming back into the game. Andrew Callaway will head to the bench.
Momentum is in the Broncos' favor right now.
Emery, he'll launch a 3.
Keep shooting. That's what Broncos need to do. They're going to start falling sooner or later. They're finding their rhythm.
Mitchell Emery up to 7 points. First 3-pointer of the season. Vovic looking to answer. Murch the rebound.
Boy, he tore that rebound out of the sky. Nice job. You can see the athleticism on display there.
Murch left side. Niyati. Bounce pass to Murch underneath. He'll take a shot from the baseline right, and he drops that one in.
Broncos on a run here.
First 2 points of the game for Marcus Murch. There's Harb. He'll launch one that only hits backboard. Maybe got a little bit of iron, but they say it's out of bounds to Western Sierra as the Broncos touch it last. 32 seconds to go. Broncos by 6. Icy closed off. Here's Singh. Singh with the Euro step. Broncos got control the rebound on the missed shot. Here's Emery. Has an open path to the basket. The finger roll is good.
Switched hands and just laid it in. Great soft touch.
9 points for Mitchell Emery. Broncos by 8. Collision. Offensive foul. The referee called it. Coach Kussler had it called first.
So
you might have seen him on the screen. He was standing there with the hand on his head and everything like that. So he knew what his guy did. That was Iwamasa that took that charge.
That was fantastic. You see how the momentum has completely shifted over to the Broncos, and they are taking full advantage of it right now.
Crowd counting it down, and you can see it at the top of your screen. Wooden, collision, draws the foul with 2.8 seconds to go.
I like how the Broncos are not just settling for outside shots. We noticed that Western Sierra is starting to feel the pressure a little bit. You notice they're taking a lot of threes, and Bella Vista is simply just looking at what they're given and throwing it inside, throwing it outside, and trying to figure out how they can keep this momentum going.
So the foul was away from the play. It's the 5th team foul, and so that's why Murch has 2 free throws here. That one does not touch anything, so they blow it dead, and Western Sierra will inbound. On the baseline, 2.5 seconds to go. Here's Singh, he'll launch one! It hit one of the banners hanging from the top, and it was up short.
He got that way up there.
That was a moonshot. But interesting is the half finishes, just like the first quarter finished, with Western Sierra inbounding the ball with 2.5 seconds to go. They took too long the first time. This time they actually got everything. They were at least able to get a shot off that time. But that was quite interesting. That's Quincy Dunkless. I'm George Tharlson. Welcome to a brand new season of Bella Vista basketball here on BV Live Sports. An impressive first half, 24 points. Kind of back and forth early on, but the Broncos, a nice little run there. They trailed 16-13.
Yeah.
So that's an 11-0 run to finish the second quarter.
I think it started with the defense. It started with them just locking in on defense, great ball movement, and just letting the shot, we talked about that earlier in the first quarter, letting the shot come to them. And once they got that momentum, boy, they put the foot on the pedal and just went.
Very impressive for Bella Vista, and that's exactly what Coach Kessler was talking about. He wants them to run. He wants them to be aggressive, and that's why they're going to, sub them out frequently.
Yeah.
Give them their rest, and that high-energy approach seems to be working.
So far, so good. I know Coach Kessler I've heard the amount of energy that he brings. He's really focused on these young men. Just the cardio is going to be absolutely amazing. For these players as they're showcasing it here right before our eyes.
So, taking a look at our first half numbers here, the Broncos led by 9 points. The 9 points of Mitchell Emery, and then Zach O'Neal, who's had himself quite a little run here. He's got 8, so 17 points from those two. Jonah Wooden with 2 points. That nice little jumper, free throw line extended there late. Cale Bird with 2 and lots of rebounds. And Marcus Murch also 2. Marka Trotzik has 1. I am looking at my numbers, and I'm going to do a kind of like an on-site count here to make sure that I have this right.
Well, why are you doing that?
And I just figured it out.
Okay.
Western Sierra scored 1 point in the second quarter.
Wow. And that's a tribute to that defense.
They had 15 points at the end of the first quarter. They got an early free throw from Kobe Aban to go up 16-13. Then it was all Bella Vista after that.
It was a complete shutout after that. It's something you can kind of feel the energy with the Broncos. Something just kind of clicked. Something switched. And another thing that I'd like to point out, we talked about defense, the rebounds, the second chance points, or second opportunities, that Bella Vista is creating for themselves. They're grabbing the offensive rebounds. They're kicking it out. They're just doing such a good job with the flow. And I think that, along with the type of defense that they're playing, Western Sierra is really having a hard time, especially in the second quarter, trying to figure out how to handle that.
So an 8-point lead here at halftime. If you're Coach Kessler, what do you want to see in the second half?
Continue to out-rebound. I believe they have more rebounds than Western Sierra, and I don't think it's close. That, I think, needs to be the number one focus, and then keep rotating the players out, keep that energy up.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a breather ourselves here at halftime, and we'll just let you hear some of the sounds that come with a basketball game here at halftime at the high school level, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes to get you ready for the second half. So we're ready to get the second half underway in a couple of minutes here. Bella Vista taking their 8-point lead into the third quarter. This will be a lot of fun to see what we have to offer here in the second half of play. George Tharlson, Quincy Douglas, glad to have you along here for Bella Vista basketball here on BV Live Sports. And Broncos right now warming up. Western Sierra just coming out of the locker room, and we'll just see what we're gonna get. It was Iwamasa and Marka Trotsik that came up big in the foundation game the other night, and so far tonight it's Mitchell Emery and Zach O'Neal that are the hot hands offensively, and O'Neal and Cale Bird in particular have been pretty strong on the rebounds as well.
Yeah, I think if Coach Cussler can rely on other players to step up different nights, kind of what you pointed out before. I think if he can rely on other hands to get hot, that's going to make Bella Vista really versatile, especially in scoring.
Taking a look right now at the Broncos as they're doing their shooting. Everybody is on the floor, so a couple of players, just looking at the roster, a couple that haven't gotten in yet. Charlie Matoyer and Ben Campbell have not been in yet. Let's take a look at. I know that Coach Cussler says everybody's here, so that's good.
He's probably just waiting to, for some much-needed energy, especially in the second half. If things get close, he's going to want to bring some fresh legs in, so that might be what he's thinking there.
And as you look among the group there, Jonah Wooden's wearing his warm-up jersey. Everybody else is wearing their regular basketball uniform, but there's one man dressed in black, and that is Riley Dick. Riley Dick was the starting quarterback of the football team last year. In the very first home game, the second game of the year, had that gruesome broken arm.
Yeah.
And they had to take some kind of a makeshift cardboard box and make a splint out of it to stabilize his arm and get him off for treatment. It is looking like he might be cleared to begin practice next week. And then possibly play the week after that.
Yeah, that is great news for Bella Vista. Riley Dick is a tremendous athlete. His skills were displayed all over the football field. I'm really interested to see in his return how he does.
All right. So the teams will switch end. Oh, and they were late in getting to the ball, Western Sierra. So the referee just put it on the ground and began the 5 count, but Western Sierra was able to get it in with no trouble. Underway in the third quarter, Broncos by 8, Western Sierra just 1 point in that second quarter. Here's a shot from the outside that comes off, and Emery with the rebound. Here come the Broncos, looking to go up double digits. Niati, now Emery, step around move. That one a little too hard. Niati fighting for the rebound, and his putback does not go, but the Broncos still control the rebound. First rebound of the game for Niati. There's a 3-point shot left side that was taken by Emery. That's going to go out of bounds, and Western Sierra takes possession again.
So you notice that Western Sierra is starting to take a lot more threes. Once again, they're starting to feel that pressure of trying to catch up with Bella Vista as Bella Vista puts together good defense and good shot selection.
Cross-court pass comes left side. Now they'll bring it back around to the corner. That's Callaway. He'll take a 3-point shot that goes in.
Good shot by Callaway. They took their time, and they made sure that it was a calculated shot, didn't force anything. That's what Western Sierra needs to do.
Collision in front court between Vovic and Iwamasa. That will be a foul on Daniel Vovic.
Iwamasa had a fantastic play right there, just whipped it behind his back to avoid the collision. Good ball handling skills.
My unofficial numbers have Vovic for 3 fouls. He's still in the game. Emery tries to get it inside to Murch. And the ball winds up in Vovic's hands.
Had to make a split-second decision there.
3-pointer from Harb. Still in the rebound. And now Vovic will launch a 3. Western Sierra flying in for another offensive rebound. They had 3 opportunities there, and then Marcus Murch controls.
So that's what Bella Vista did the entire first half. Great offensive rebounding.
Wooden to the baseline, tried to get it to Murch. Callaway steps in front of that pass.
Bella Vista needs to calm down. The defense will come with them.
Harb for 3. Niati, his second rebound.
Settling the offense down right now. Great job.
Take your time. Niati, high post. Back it goes. That's a nice pass by Niati.
Fantastic
He gets
job.
the assist, and Jonah Wooden gets the deuce there. Wooden has 4.
They were patient with that. They didn't force anything. Everybody got to take a breather, and they made the bucket.
There's Singh driving in, weaving his way through double and triple teams. That's his first point since the first quarter. It's a 5-point lead for Bella Vista and a steal in backcourt. Here's Vovic. Dillon, he'll launch a 3 from way downtown.
You started to see Western Sierra. They're picking up momentum here.
And just like that, an 8-point halftime lead for Bella Vista has turned into a 2-point Bella Vista lead. Here's Emery. That one's a little short. It's going to go out of bounds and over to Western Sierra.
So Western Sierra is taking a page out of the Broncos' book here, and they're applying hard defense and passing the ball well here to start the second half.
Substitutions for Western Sierra. Kobe Aban is back in. Marko Trotzik is coming in for Emery. See the entire Broncos bench practically standing up, waiting to greet Emery as he came off. Here's Harb on a Trotzik. Broncos in a man-to-man defense. Vaughn will find Callaway. Callaway with a look. A Trotzik controls. Wooden. Niati at the free throw line. The Murch kicks it over. Iwamasa. Iwamasa steps inside the arc. That's going to dance around and drop in. The friendly roll
Fantastic.
for Trevor Iwamasa. First points of the game.
Once again, the ball movement, the shot selection. Broncos displayed it all during that sequence.
Here's Singh. Tries to drive a double team, and he travels. Substitutions. Krucher coming in. Marcus Murch will get a breather. Coach Cussler, the first one to greet Marcus Murch, and then the whole team standing up, ready to wait for him.
George, you can see that this is what the Broncos are doing right now is creating a brotherhood. These guys love playing with each other.
Krucher's 3 doesn't go. Dillon the rebound. 4-point lead for the Broncos. Approaching 3.5 to go in the third. Callaway, Kruger the rebound. Trotzik tripped up. That'll be on Harb. Second on Harb. Sophomore. Led the team in scoring, as we talked about at the start. Almost 15 points per game last year as a freshman on the varsity team that won its league, went undefeated in its league before bowing out in the second round of the Sac Joaquin playoffs.
Yeah, he can really shoot the ball.
Uamasa. And Wooden. Tried to get it to Pruker. And Trotzik reads that pass beautifully, drives in, muscles up the shot, gets his own rebound. The turnaround doesn't go. Niati! His third rebound of the game, he's sent crashing to the floor and is going to head back to the free throw line.
The steal, 2 rebounds, and you get the foul. That's Broncos basketball right there. They need to keep up that energy.
Extensive playing time for Iman Niati in this game, which is great to see.
I think coach is really looking to get him into the game early in the season There's a lot of really optimism around this player.
Kruger the rebound. And he's fouled from behind. It might have been a Bond that was there.
Kruger, not the tallest guy on the court, but man, he jumped up and grabbed that rebound before everybody else.
Looks like we got a timeout called by Bella Vista with 3:08 to go, third quarter. Anybody's ball game at this point. The Broncos, they had the 8-point lead at halftime. It's now down to 4 as Western Sierra started to find a few shots here, and so they're making a game of it again.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They're really, like I said earlier, they're kind of mimicking what the Broncos were doing in the first half. They're rebounding the ball very well. The only thing that I've noticed that they're doing is they're taking a lot of three-point shooters. That kind of tells me they don't have as much confidence down low. So maybe that's something they're going to adjust here, because if they can get some easy buckets, that'll give them that momentum.
All right, get ready to resume here. It's the Wolves of Western Sierra taking the floor now, and Bella Vista breaking out of their huddle. It's Broncos ball, fresh 35 on the shot clock. Niuamasa to inbound. On the baseline. That one's going to tease him and come off. Rebound underneath for the Broncos. But Jonah Wooden is in there along with Kobe Aban. That's going to be another foul. 2 quick ones on Kobe Aban. And that's the 5th team foul.
That ball circled around the entire rim maybe 2 or 3 times before it finally fell out.
2 shots for Jonah Wooden. Wooden, that is his 5th point tonight. Furley with the rebound for Western Sierra. Bobic on the baseline. Cale Bird back into the game. Cale Bird closing off. Callaway down or check that, S. Furley down there. We're going to get a whistle in the corner, and the Broncos force a timeout by Western Sierra.
I don't know how he got that ball to his player, but Callaway was able to pass it off. It didn't work out for him, but man, that was some stick-to-itiveness right there.
And that they're down to 2 timeouts left. This is a close game. That might be a timeout that could hurt them later on that they don't have.
It definitely seemed that it was necessary for the moment, but yeah, this one could bite them a little bit later on in the game.
So look there at the Broncos bench. And I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Iman Nayati. Mentioned he was on the varsity last year, did not see a lot of playing time. 1 rebound, no points last year. He's already got 3 rebounds tonight, just by my unofficial count. And if I'm shortchanging him a rebound or 2, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a tall young man. He's lean, and he plays with a lot of heart, a lot of passion. And I think as the season goes on, Coach Kessler is going to get him more and more minutes as the season goes on.
I want so bad to see him put one in. 2:44 to go, 5-point game. Reminder, Broncos back home on Tuesday night against Mira Loma. We'll have that one for you here on BV Live Sports. 7:30 tip-off, 7:15 coverage. That's Furley for 3.
Fresh out of the timeout, nice 3.
Played for the JV last year. Ball deflected, and that's going to come to Singh. Singh with a chance to tie. Underneath, they tried to get it to Callaway. Right through the wickets and out of bounds.
I think you could tell he wanted that so bad. He tried to time it perfectly, but just maybe a little bit too aggressive on the bounce pass.
There's a Kropczyk. Kruger with the one-handed runner. That's a little too hard. That's Furley with the rebound, and that one off the foot of Kruger. One thing he did not do is punt or place kick during the football season, but,
Hey.
Maybe he played soccer as a youngster.
He might have.
There's a steal by the Broncos. That's that defense, and then unfortunately, there's a little bit of off balance by Iwamasa as he tried to control the possession, and that now falls. Possession rolls back over to Western Sierra with 2:05 to go.
They called that as a travel, which I absolutely agree with, but once again, just the aggression on defense is so nice to see.
Icy is back into the game. In the corner, it's Heisey. Heisey will look to drive, dumps a pass over, and that's taken away. Another steal by Pruker. Pruker driving in, Euro step, muscles up a shot, and it's an offensive foul.
That's surprising. I won't question the referees, but that's surprising.
1:37 to go in the third. Another deflection by the Broncos, another steal by the Broncos, another collision, and another offensive foul. Oh, mercy.
You know, this aggression that the Broncos are showing, just relentless defensive pressure. I can't say enough about it.
Harb tried to get it over to Singh, led him too far.
I think the defense has them as Western Sierra a little bit confused here.
That one just a few inches away from Mitch Campbell at the scorer's table. Here's a Trotzik. Harb had the rebound, almost lost it. A Trotzik and Bird. Very aggressive. Foul is going to be committed. Looks like that one's on Bird.
So much action going on, it's kind of hard to keep track. But man, once again, the defense of the Broncos, they're barely letting Western Sierra get past the halfway point here.
Hope you're enjoying the game here on BV Live Sports, and if you are, drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Here's Singh, free throw line. That one rattles in.
Good shot selection. They've taken a lot of threes. The couple of twos that they've taken have dropped.
Here's Pruker. Maxwell Pruker, his first points of the game.
Pruker with a finger roll. Nice finishing touch.
Oh, Iwamasa, nearly a steal. Nearly a turnover by Western Sierra, but they secure the possession, and now they'll slow it and reset things. Seeing off the screen from Heisey. Bovic. A Trotzik swats that one away, but apparently made some body contact as well.
And Trotzik, he timed that block perfectly.
Fourth team foul on Bella Vista, active shooting. So Vovic will go to the line for two. Chance to tie the game. Final 20 seconds. And two there for Vovic. Broncos could play for the last shot. Iwamasa is going to get some free throws here because Western Sierra's over the limit.
Definite foul there. They double teamed him. He tried to get out of it, ended up getting an arm to the face there.
They could call that one on Singh. Two free throws for Iwamasa. 11 and a half seconds to go, so Western Sierra.
And if you're shooting free throws, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that nice, smooth shot release. Nice job. That's what Bella Vista needs right now.
Iwamasa looking for his fourth point tonight. The doctor ordered. 2-point game, 11 seconds to go in the third. Here's Singh. Singh closed off. There's a three-point shot from Sfurley, and that will bring to end the third quarter here at Bella Vista High School. Much more competitive quarter that time rather than the 14-1 run Bella Vista had in the second quarter. Western Sierra got themselves back in the game, and it's now just a 2-point contest.
Yeah, they worked hard at getting this one back. You know, at the beginning of the quarter, they were taking a lot of 3-point shots. They weren't falling. They decided to drop and take some, get some easier buckets. They were working hard on the rebound, and they worked themselves back into this game.
So Broncos still led by the 9 points of Mitchell Emery and the 8 points of Zach O'Neill, but Trevor Iwamasa came up big in that third quarter with 4 points of his own. Jonah Wooden added 3 of his own, and so the Broncos they held off the comeback run by Western Sierra after the Wolves were trailing by 8 at halftime, and so. Should be a good fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They weathered the storm. They were able to maintain the lead going into the final quarter of this contest. This is a fantastic game. If you know, being fans of Bella Vista Broncos here, this is exactly what you love to see. High, intense game, lots of energy, and coming down to the wire.
And the boys' varsity team trying to hold up their end of the bargain. The girls with a sweep yesterday against El Dorado, freshman, JV, and varsity. And the boys' JV team winning tonight, winning this afternoon, I should say, as well. So the Bronco varsity team wants to close out the opening weekend here as we're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kruger driving in, gets his own rebound, has the shot blocked. Iwamasa has it to the baseline, tries to muscle up a shot, and Vovic throws the rebound.
A lot of contact there. No fouls called. The refs are letting them play here to start this fourth quarter.
There's Singh. Singh on Kruger. Vovic to the baseline, over Wooden. And that one looks like it went off Bella Vista.
Looked like Wooden got a piece of that on the release.
So Western Sierra to inbound. Vovic will do the honors. He's one of their big guys as well. You can see right up there in the 6'4" range, 6'5". And now Callaway will inbound it. Western Sierra stacking the lane. Singh cuts through. He's going to launch a three.
So Singh just cut right around the back. I don't think Bella Vista was really paying attention to him, and he got a wide open three.
7-point lead 7 points for Singh. 1 point lead for Western Sierra. Your friendly announcer is also in early season form. Broncos bringing in some new bodies. Iwamasa and Wooden are still out there.
Looking for some fresh legs.
Kruger finds the opening. Finger roll. That one's a little too hard as well. Offensive rebound for Bella Vista. They've got a lot of those tonight. From the free throw line, Wooden, that doesn't go. Callaway the rebound. Holds the pivot foot. Here's Singh. And there's Esfurley. Vovic the rebound. Another opportunity for Western Sierra. All the way in, Mohsen Singh. Looks like he might be getting ready to take this one over.
Yeah, Singh is playing very well right now.
3-point lead. Emery, his shot does not go. Looks like Zach O'Neill came up over the back and collision there.
I think Bella Vista just needs to trust in their instincts, calm down a little bit, especially after the offensive rebound. Kick it back out, reset, and then attack.
I have O'Neill for 3 fouls, so he is right back to the bench.
That's too bad, too.
Staying at the midcourt line, Wooden with the steal. Wooden comes in, gets the hoop, gets the harm.
Wasn't afraid to take contact on that play. He knew he was going to get hit. He decides to stick with it, continue the momentum, and he was able to drop it in, hopefully with the and one.
The junior Esfurley, Sam Esfurley. called for the foul. That is his first second team foul in the fourth quarter for Western Sierra. Basket and one for Jonah Wooden. Steal at midcourt by Bella Vista and a collision as Furley's going to get called for another foul.
Once again, tenacious defense is paying off for the Broncos. They are not just settling with letting Western Sierra bring the ball up the court. They're staying aggressive. They're getting in the pathway of the passes that this team is making, and they're creating momentum for themselves.
Wooden to inbound. Broncos in a tie ball game. That traditional three-point play got them back to a 36-36 score. Rucker over Dillon. Dillon comes up with a rebound. Rucker reaches in from behind.
Rucker just needed a little bit more touch, a little more arc, and that would have dropped for him. He'll find his form as the season goes on.
First on Rucker. You know, one of the things about rotating in lots of players is you spread the wealth with the fouls too.
That is true, absolutely. Which, if you're going to play this type of defense, you're going to need to give a few fouls away.
Mitchell Emery's going to get called for a foul there. That's his second. And we have Zach O'Neal for third, for three, but that's really it. Tie ball game. Approaching 5 minutes to go in the contest. Vovic. Singh has just hit double digits.
Yeah, his ability to maneuver mid-air to get his shot to fall, it's impressive.
Mokum Singh with 11 points tonight, leading the way, leading everybody. What a move by Marka Trotzik.
Euro step into a layup, fantastic.
Collision near midcourt. Coach Cussler is not happy right now.
He seems to be a little bit frustrated. It looks like the way he is motioning, there's some frustration with possible flopping, or at least what he thinks it might be.
High ball game. There's a steal by Emery. The steal and the deuce. Emery now with 11.
Emery is tenacious again, just hounding, and getting the turnover with the lay-in.
And Emery, unfortunately, at the other end, commits the foul just before Iwamasa came up with a loose ball.
Just like you said earlier, George, you know, if you're going to be playing this type of defense, this high-intensity, aggressive defense, the way the Broncos are playing right now, yeah, you're going to have guys that can absorb a lot of fouls.
I have 3 fouls on Emery, and they may be getting ready to sub him out. It looks like Pruker is getting ready to come back in. And Mokum Singh continuing to do his thing, that is score. He had 16 points against Forest Hill on Tuesday night, I believe, was when they played their foundation game.
Yeah, he is, you know, he didn't shoot great in the first half, but he has come out here in the fourth quarter and he has taken this team and put him on his back, and he's trying to get a win for them.
4.5 to go. Tie ball game. Don't go anywhere. Here's Pruker. Pruker finds the opening, draws the foul.
Just driving to the basket. You know, he had a split second there where he could have shot the 3 or the long 2. He decided, nope, I got my guy in the air. I'm going to drive to the basket, draw the foul, get some points in for my team.
Mokum Singh called for the foul. That's his third. We'll see. At this stage, they're leaving him out there.
I think they're seeing that he is right now. He's their number 1 option, and
smart, yes.
They're going to try to keep him in there as long as possible.
1 of 2 for Pruker. 1 point game. And for the Bronco defense to come up big. Vovic. This is Harb. There'll be a Bond looking to drive. He's closed off there. Finds Singh. He'll launch a three. Only Broncos there for the rebound.
That's what you want to see. Aban tried to make the drive. 3 Broncos cut him off. He had to kick it out. Singh wasn't able to deliver the 3, but that's the type of defense that you want to see from the Broncos, especially when you're trying to get those rebounds.
Broncos call timeout. 3:44 to go in the contest. 1-point game. Broncos have a chance to add to that right now. Well, this has been a very entertaining and a very fun start to the season.
Yeah.
Close game, exciting game, and right now Broncos in possession. They really need points on this possession.
They do. They need to, 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the ball game. The Broncos need to nail, if they're going to be going to the line, they need to start hitting these free throws. That's what's really going to put them over the top, and I think if they can hit free throws, they can secure the win.
All right, Broncos, they're led by Mitchell Emery with his 11 points. Mohcam Singh leading the way for the Wolves. As just doing the quick math on him, I've got him 13 points. So.
Yes, Singh is dynamic. Like I said, he can get into the lane at will. He's got really good ball handling skills, good passing, good all-around player. And he is trying to, like you said earlier, he's trying to take this game over and get a win for Western Sierra.
In fact, he is the only one to score in this quarter for Western Sierra. Iwamasa, there's Pruker again. Pruker finds the opportunity, drives the lane. Iwamasa gets the loose ball. He'll pull one up. Iwamasa! 6 points for Trevor Iwamasa.
That play showed that he can hit buckets in crunch time, which is what we have right now.
Drops it. Here he goes. Huge bucket for Bella Vista. 5-point game. Harb to the baseline. Long pass. Singh will come up with that one. Singh all the way in. His runner drops in.
Dribbled that one in with his left hand, switched to his right midair, and made the floater.
15 points for Mohcam Singh. Most of those here in the fourth. Pruker for 3. That's up and off. Loose ball. Who wants it? Well, Mohcam Singh, this fourth quarter has been all about Mohcam Singh. There's the runner that comes up and off. Broncos get the possession.
I think if the Broncos can neutralize Singh a little bit, nobody else has really scored for them. They could really take advantage.
Cale Bird, and the putback from Wooden also doesn't go. Bella Vista, 3 or 4 different opportunities there.
Couldn't buy a basket.
We're going to get a timeout called by Western Sierra, so they will have 1 left after that timeout. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible how, that sequence where the Broncos were able to put up 5 quick points. Just once again, the defense, I can't say enough about the defense and how they're able to steal the ball, right off the pass, lay it in, kick it out to shoot a 3 or a long 2, and, they're just playing so well right now.
All right, so 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. I don't know if you guys hear it, but that buzzer's really loud in my headphones.
Yeah, it's right there in the ear.
But it's very clear that the timeout was running out. All right, 3-point lead for Bella Vista. Vovic will inbound it. Dillon is on the floor along with Harb, Aban, and you-know-who. And that is you-know-who right there, Mohcam Singh.
I mean, he has been just so good in this fourth quarter. It has 100% been his efforts. The rest of his team can't buy a bucket, but he has delivered time and time again.
So he's got 11 of his 15 points in this quarter. Here's Cale Bird. Cale Bird. That one's short. Govic controls. And Malcolm Singh once again.
Once he gets inside the paint, he has shown to be unstoppable.
1 point lead for Bella Vista as we approach 1 minute to go. This is crunch time. Trotzik, he'll go in on Dillon. That one's too hard. Cale Bird follows. Another rebound for Bella Vista. And a foul. That's Cale Bird on the rebound. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
And now this is where free throws become absolutely imperative to make. You can put the game out of reach with solid free throws.
Dillon called for the foul. 2 shots for Cale Bird. And Malcolm Singh controls. Western Sierra could take the lead here.
Singh is in the zone right now. He knows it. He's bringing it up. He's rebounding. He's shooting. He's driving. He's doing it all right now.
Broncos control the rebound. That was Kruger that got that one. And the Broncos will call a timeout with 50 seconds to go.
That's probably pretty smart. Call a timeout. Try to figure out what your game plan is for the next 50 seconds. And how are you going to stop Singh, who has been absolutely destroying you in the paint?
Well, that's the big question. 13 of his 17 points in the fourth quarter. And again, he is the only one to score for Western Sierra in this fourth quarter. So find the hot hand.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Coach Kessler is trying to figure out a way to isolate Singh, double team, make him kick it out, because so far what we've noticed is Western Sierra struggled when the ball's not in his hand. So is that an option for Coach to kind of try to keep him out of the game for these next 50 seconds?
So Western Sierra went 23-3 last year. And of course, this is where the games first now start counting.
Yes.
The foundation games were exhibition games, and both teams looking to have that 0 in the loss column after the first game.
Yeah.
Be able to call themselves undefeated.
Absolutely.
After this one. Iwamasa. Here's a Trotzik. Looking for help. There's Kruger.
Got tangled up there.
The foul, and both teams at 5 team fouls, so we're looking at 2 free throws.
Well, they took a little bit more than 15 seconds off the clock with that drive. If they could get these free throws to fall, that could prove very challenging for Western Sierra.
And if they get only 1 of 2 or none, well, even if they get both of them, I don't know. Western Sierra could play for 1 if they wanted to. But trailing in the game, I don't know that they would. Pruger, that's a huge free throw for Maxwell Pruger.
Pruger has been looking for his shot all night. He's done a great drive driving to the basket. He's looking to find that touch around the rim.
And there's the next one. He's got them both. So the best Western Sierra can do right now on this possession is tie the score, unless they make a 3 and get fouled. And Western Sierra will call its final timeout with 28 seconds to go.
They're going to look to get Singh the ball. You saw that he took it on the inbound. He's looking to create something right now. He's probably looking to create something for himself or get it kicked out for a wide open look. Like you said, they're down by 3 points with 28 seconds left. The offense is going to go through Singh now.
Yes, indeed it is. But again, the best they can do is tie it up. They'll probably want to take the shot with some time left. They're not going to play for 1. Just in case the shot's missed, they want to be able to if they can get the offensive rebound, have another opportunity. If they make the shot, then then Bella Vista would have a chance and could use their final timeout, have a chance to get that last shot. Or if the Broncos can rebound a missed shot, then you're looking at getting fouled and maybe extending that lead a little bit.
I think that's what the Broncos are looking to do on this potential last possession here. If they can get it to one of their free throw shooters, one of the gentlemen that have been able to put it in the bucket at the line, that's going to give them their best chance to secure the win.
All right, 28 seconds to go. 3-point game. The Broncos have a Trotzik and Pruker, Wooden, Iwamasa, and Emery on the floor. Moken Singh, you know he's got the hot hand. This is Vovic. Ball deflected. Aban gets it back. Loose ball. Vovic has it again. 16 seconds to go. Vovic will drive in, and he'll get one, or he'll get two. Cuts the lead to one. They're going to look to foul. And they're going to send Marko Trotzik to the free throw line here with 2 shots. They cut the lead to 1. Vovic saw the opportunity.
Now, Vovic, great lay-in. He drove it. He laid it right in. And then they fouled as quick as possible. And now we're back at the line to try to get some more points and extend the lead.
So it's 2 shots. .4 seconds to go. Broncos leaving everybody off on defense. Rebound underneath. Here we go. 5 seconds to go. Singh has it deflected away. Broncos come up with it. The ball floats high in the air. Time expires. Broncos win.
Wow. Okay, so they started off with defense. They ended with defense.
What a big play right at midcourt. The Broncos secure a 1-point lead, 47-46. And they survived a last-second possession on 2 missed free throws. How about that?
You saw what Western Sierra did. They immediately got the ball to Singh. You know he was going to be the one. I can only imagine he was going to try to cover as much ground as possible to try to get that last shot off. But that Broncos defense, once again, all night they've been doing this. They trapped him. They got the steal, and they made it count.
What a win for Bella Vista to start the Jared Kussler era off.
Well, if this is the sample size that we're going to get for the rest of the season, George, wow. I mean, these young men are going to go home tired because they played lights out today, this afternoon. I'm on nighttime, too.
Hoping we can get a few words with Coach Kussler after the game to get his sense about how his heart rate is, I guess, right now after that big 1-point win.
It's got to be going. I mean, mine. You know, I'm sitting here as a spectator, and my heart's beating a million miles an hour here. I can't say enough about the win here to start off with the Broncos.
And the Broncos, by the way, they did get balanced scoring tonight, and that was really impressive. Maxwell Prucher hit those 2 free throws late. He finishes with 5 points overall. We'll look at some of the totals here. 11 points for Mitchell Emery, and he led the way.
Yeah, he played fantastic.
8 points for Jonah Wooden. I'm just kind of rolling it off as I do the math, and you see me looking down as well. 8 points also for Zach O'Neal. 5 for Marko Trotzik, and 2 there for Cale Bird, but Bird with some key rebounds. Massa also there.
I mean, you saw
with 6.
So. Rebounds nonstop for the Broncos. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. It was fantastic. They played so well. Prucher with those 2 late free throws late in the game. I mean, you could say that that's really what sealed the deal.
All right, well, we have a chance to talk with Coach Kussler. He's down on the sideline right now. There he is, Coach. Congratulations on your first win in your first game.
Thank you so much. That was my heart's racing a little bit faster than normal. That was quite a way to open the season.
We were just kind of speculating as to what your heart rate might be like right now. But, the missed free throws at the end, but the defense, and that's what you talked about before the game, is that defense is going to be a key to this team this year.
Right, exactly. And we have a lot of guys that can guard multiple positions. And so when that's the case, we have guys that can fly around the court. We got some steals, some tips from behind. We really started to pressure them in the fourth quarter and made them take tough shots. But they're a great team. I mean, they made some tough shots, and they battled us all the way to the end. So it was a great game, both teams.
And Mr. Moulcom Singh, number 2 for them, he came up really big in that. You shut everybody else down, but he got hot.
I was telling their coach, I said his mid-range shot and his floater is automatic. And anytime he got in that 10 to 12-foot range, it was going in. And his free throws, I don't think he missed one all game. So great player. I'm sure he had 20, 25 points. It was great performance by him.
Pretty close. It looks like I got him for 21.
Yep.
Yeah, so,
yep, exactly. Great game. He had almost half their points.
But, you know, we talked about, at the beginning of the game, we talked about for you and the importance of having balanced scoring. And I'm counting a good 7 players that got on the board for you. And, I mean, Mitchell Emery leads the way with 11 points. You had 8 from both Zach O'Neal and Jonah Wooden. And when Zach O'Neal came in the game in the first half, I mean, he was scoring points, he was grabbing rebounds. I mean, he was making an immediate contribution.
Yeah, he's one of our energy off the bench guys. He's a senior varsity returner. He knows what to do when he's put in the game. And he came in and gave us a spark right away. So I was really pleased with his effort all the way around. He's talking on defense. He's motivating the guys on the bench. And when he gets in the game, he delivers. So great performance by him.
And again, just some key plays. And we could look at the points. We could talk about, I know free throws is one of the things that you're going to want to work on.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But how aggressive that defense was, and how many turnovers they forced, and just, I mean, you guys held them to 1 point in the second quarter.
Right. So, yeah, no, I mean, we really turned it up, and a lot of our games are going to be like this. Scrappy defensive struggles where both teams are just going for it. We're flying around. We're tipping passes. We're stealing. They're throwing the ball out of bounds, and we're getting up and down. So that's the style we want to play. It wasn't so pretty tonight, but we got the W, so I'm happy.
So first game under your belt, what are your thoughts?
I told my assistant coach, I said 27 more of these is going to age me quite a few years in just 3 months. But it was fun. The guys are really, really bought in. They're playing hard. They're playing as a team. There's no agendas on this team. Everybody plays for each other. They don't play with each other, and that's a big thing that we preach. And we have to get ready for Tuesday. So they'll have a nice day off tomorrow, practice Monday, back to it on Tuesday here.
And no school next week, so
no.
they can focus just on basketball for right now.
Correct. Sleeping in, basketball, and turkey on Thursday.
I was just about to say that. All right, Stuart, thank you so much. Congratulations. We will talk to you on Tuesday. Great win for you.
Thanks, George. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you. That's Stuart Cussler, the head coach of the Bella Vista Broncos in his first season and his first game victorious here. It did come down to the wire. Definitely a nail biter.
It did. And you know what? The one thing that he said in the interview that stood out to me was the fact that they play for each other. And you noticed when one of the players came, they got brought in for a substitute, they would go right up. The entire team would stand up, cheer him on. He was the first to lead that. I mean, that shows the chemistry that they're building. That shows the camaraderie. That alone is going to get you victories.
So just running down the numbers once again, Mitchell Emery led the way for the Broncos tonight or this afternoon with 11 points, 8 each for Jonah Wooden and Zachary O'Neal. And then Trevor Iwamasu had 6, 5 for Marka Trotzig, 5 for Maxwell Prucher, and then Marcus Murch, he had 2 for the Broncos tonight as well. For Western Sierra, and yes, they are a really good team.
Yes, they are.
21 points from Moulcom Singh, 17 of those in the fourth quarter, where he just took the game over. And he's the reason why they were able to stay close and have that opportunity late in that final possession.
He really was. He played so well.
5 points for Kobe Aban, 4 for Daniel Vovic, 3 for Max Heisey, 3 for Yashvir Dillon, 3 for Andrew Calloway, 3 for Sam S. Furley, and 3 also for John Harb. So the leading scorers from last year, they shut him down, but Moulcom Singh he came up big. 6.2 points per game last year.
Yeah,
and
wow.
he in his debut for this season drops 21.
He is going to be a force to reckon with. He probably spent the entire offseason working on shooting and ball handling, and wow, what a showcase.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday afternoon for us, or if you've been watching it later on demand, thank you very much for joining us. For those of you who are watching us live, you can watch it again starting right after we sign off, actually. Our next broadcast will be this Tuesday, November 26th, as we head towards the Thanksgiving holiday. Basketball on Tuesday, turkey on Thursday, as Coach said. I think that we can pretty much all buy into that, right?
Absolutely, we can.
So 7:15 will take the air on BV Live Sports. 7:30 is the scheduled tip-off. It's the Matadors of Miraloma that will come calling here at Bella Vista High School. So we'll see you then. We want to say thanks to our crew tonight, Carson Allen and Julie Tharlson. For Quincy Douglas, I'm George Tharlson. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Have a good night.